Thank you. All right. Now we're going. I guess I hit start new interview. Interesting. Interesting disclaimer. This is a concerning way to put what level you need to be at for your to not be affected by this game's gore. To me. True crime podcasts or popular YA media. Oh boy.
The problem is that when someone says popular YA media, I can think of such a wide range of things that it's not really helpful at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, are you talking about fucking like Harry Potter? Or I'm trying to think of other YA media. The Hunger Games is another book that I've thought of that is described as YA.
Which would be on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, much more gory. Oh, I have 5 viewers for some reason. All right. Hello, people.
Excellent.
I'm clicking anywhere to begin. Oh, this camera is fun. I don't think I've ever played a VN that has low polygon graphics.
There's a character named Vivian. Vivian Vision? It's even the right color for her.
Maybe. I mean, it seems plausible that someone could be a fan of Miss Vision and be making this game.
Yes. I will see robot girls everywhere I go.
Will only be used or distributed as is absolutely required. So is this a true meta layer? Like, is this supposed to be an interview with the player, or is this a like post-incident interview?
If it is
the question that I now have.
If it's an interview with the player, then they just force assign you the name Vivian.
True. I mean, I don't hate it. It's not the worst name I've ever heard. I'd rather be. I don't want to say any names that I don't want to be in case I have a viewer with that name. But I like Vivian. Okay, it's not my name. My name's Ruth, but. The whole truth about what happened, no matter how horrific, unbelievable, or impossible it may have been. Okay. Sure. That model is amazing.
Gets vibes.
The concept of what's impossible is pretty different from what it was 2 days ago, though.
Me after my first kiss.
Miss Finala. Her name's Vivian Finala.
Oh, I wonder what kind of trope she is in this slasher movie game.
I really wonder. Full name, age, and date of birth for the record, please. her shirt says costume. She's wearing a V-neck that says costume. Costume. Look at those pants, too. That's something.
I like the pose, though, and the jacket.
Yeah, not a bad pose. Oh boy, her birthday's October 31st, huh? This all happened on your birthday?
Which was Halloween.
Yeah.
Hey, she shares a birthday with Ruby Rose.
Yeah, I did also think of that before I thought of the fact that it's Halloween. Which is presumably more what they're going for by making that her birthday.
Oh, I know. It's just funnier to point the other thing out.
Oh, is that an action figure of me? This is an action figure? Ah! That's why the models are low poly, because they're fucking action figures.
We got an in-universe explanation for the limitations of the 3D modeling.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Where should I begin? What brought you to the lake? Oh, Lake in Blue. Lake in Blue, House of Leaves. House of Leaves. Oh, we're down to only me watching this, by the way.
Oh. But why would 5 people show up and then all leave?
I honestly don't know, because they saw the Twitch notification and probably at least some of them followed me for fighting games and hoped that I was playing fighting games and ignored the title of the stream, or it didn't come through right. Oh, we have 2 again now. I wonder who the person is. What brought you to the lake? These character names are impossible. My roommate, Joy Rancher.
Hey, she's an emo girl.
She is an emo girl. Look at her fucking titty window.
But
Oh,
also,
I
like,
think that's a V-neck, but still.
Look at the hip pose she's doing.
Yeah.
It's like one of her legs is the model has made her sort of her cocked hips pose look as if one of her legs is significantly longer than the other.
Yeah.
Girl, you have is it a hip deformity or a leg deformity?
I would say probably a leg deformity that causes
Well-
her hips to just constantly be cocked, like an emo girl might.
Well, that's what you get for your 3D printer being a little out of kilter.
Okay. This game is either gonna be really good or really bad based on these naming decisions. Lake Shish Kebab? You're telling me it's named Lake Shish Kebab?
I mean, is that any better than how names get named in slasher movie? How lakes get named in slasher movies?
I mean, the Crystal Lake isn't that weird. That's just like a name a lake could have, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not thinking of another slasher movie with the lake off the top of my head. Oh, one of the Scream movies had a lake. Scream 3, I think, or Scream 3 or 4. They're all kind of blurring together right now. For people in the chat who may not know if there are any, I watched all 6 Scream movies in the last week.
I think that was very cute of you.
Aww. She said I had to go. Take your time. There's no rush. I like this one. This model right here. I can't tell if it's winking or only has one eye.
Which one?
The one that my cursor is on.
Hold on a second. Is that Blake Belladonna in the background?
That is like Belladonna.
I see a black tail, white top, black pants, black hair.
Black ears.
Something looks suspicious.
Black cat
Something
ears.
that looks suspiciously like cat ears.
Yeah. This person also has cat ears. Do cat people just exist in this universe? Is that just gonna go uncommented on? I like this one with the blue hair and the pink clothes too. That's very good. I like her. Or them. I guess we can't really tell the genders of anyone other than Vivian at this point in the game. And that's probably a girl, I'm gonna bet.
Yeah, I mean, the other reason for the cat ears could just be that some action figures had to be modified.
True. I suppose.
Like some existing action figures, like, oh, I'll just take my Batman action figure and repaint it to make it look like this guy over
like
here.
A cat girl. The party was okay for a little bit. Then people started disappearing. Including Joy. Sure. Found some dead bodies. Yeah. How did you know they weren't actors or props? I can tell she's a forensic psychologist, huh? Okay, sure. I wouldn't have thought... Wait. A forensic psychologist.
Does that mean she interrogates people?
interrogates corpses, I think.
You can't do psychology on a corpse.
I mean,
It's like-
in a universe with magic, you can.
How are you feeling?
How
How are you feeling, man? I guess you're feeling dead. Were you feeling distressed during the time of the crime? And then there's dead silence. And then I guess I'll take that as a no. Also, get it? Dead silence? Dead?
Yes. My pretty English major. Let's see. She's been taking extra courses that cause her to handle dead bodies, huh? What happened after you found the bodies? Back to the party to get help. Joy was still missing, but I couldn't go looking for her. Joy confirmed a girl. By myself with an unknown murderer on the loose. There was anyone left on the beach. People there were too far gone, highlighted in blue for some reason, to understand what I was saying. Does that mean that they were drunk? Or what? Hi?
I mean, the coolers scattered over the camp kind of suggest that there was some drinking going on.
It was a college party. But why is it highlighted in blue? That suggests that there's some kind of mechanic to it. Or importance, you know? Nothing I said seemed to get through to them. All too drunk or high to understand me. Okay. Still don't know why it was highlighted, but okay. I should have realized. Oh, don't try to get ahead of yourself. Just keep going in the order of events as they happened. The beach was no good, so I headed over to the old abandoned ranger station that was nearby. You know, normal stuff for someone to know about. An old abandoned ranger station out in the middle of the woods at Lake Shish Kebab. Football players set up a VIP area at the abandoned ranger station. I should have realized something was up when I went inside and found them all completely sober. That's interesting. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say set that building on fire while they're there. You know?
Just to get rid of the whole football team in one go. Yeah.
Yeah, just even if none of them are the slasher villain, you know, it would still be a net positive.
It's not like they're gonna get any less brain damage playing football.
True.
Trying to tell them about the bodies, but of course they didn't believe me. They just laughed and said it was a prank, but I managed to convince Mark and one of his buddies to follow me back to the docks to see them for themselves. 10 minutes of them messing with the bodies before they were convinced they were real corpses.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. That's gotta be an exaggeration, but fuck me. They didn't go back to tell the others or call for help? Mark agreed with me that finding Joy was the most important thing to do at the moment. Are they, like, together or something? I didn't think anything of it at the time. I was too emotional. Or are these guys the killers? I thought the killer was a woman with the pumpkin hat. I love pumpkin hats. It's perfectly understandable, Miss Thanala. Every time they say that, it's gonna make me laugh. Thanala. We found Joy's body pretty quickly. Okay. Ooh, a giant pentagram.
Ooh. Hot girl shit.
True. Made out on the forest floor a little ways away. While I was sobbing my eyes out over her body, a muscular woman with a jack-o'-lantern for a head walked out of the woods. Nobody recognized
I love
her
how
from
she
the
knows.
party. Didn't say anything. Sorry, what?
I love how she knows that she's muscular. You know, very important to know that she's a muscular
Very important
woman.
to notice that a woman wearing a jack-o'-lantern who may be killing your friends is muscular. You gotta notice that she's hot.
I had to stare at her tits for a real long time to make sure that she was a woman because I couldn't see anything under the jack-o'-lantern. So you know.
Oh, of course it's a machete. Power walking. started power walking towards us. I love the power walk. That is my favorite thing when like meta slashers call out the power walk that many classic slasher villains did. Leslie Behind the Mask did it, of course. Leslie Vernon explicitly says that he has to do tons of cardio to get the power walk.
Needless to say, sorry. You're the one
say...
reading them out, not me.
Sorry, you can read some of them out. What if I do Vivian's lines and you do Jill's lines? Needless to say, we all assumed she was responsible for the murders and ran. Not the best first impression. I've had worse, actually.
Yeah,
How?
You should have heard about that one time Vivian and Joy tried to go on a date, and they agreed never to speak of it again.
Yeah. As we ran from her, we kept finding more dead bodies scattered around the forest. The first thing I saw on this panel was these that are just lodged in the trees. There were some up in the trees, a lot of them that we nearly tripped over, and just corpses everywhere.
How many people were at this party?
There were probably about 15 at the beach earlier. Let's see, we've seen 7 corpses. Plus there were the guys in the ranger station, the football team.
Yes.
Did any of you try to leave or call for help during that time? There's no cell service near the lake or any other working phones since the ranger station shut down, so calling for help was out of the question. We couldn't go back to town either because Mark lost his keys while running from the pumpkin woman.
I wait, gay boy, I'm about to get it.
I really like that that her mask is just a pumpkin on her head. I hope the writer of this game has read Homestuck. I hope they make a pumpkin joke at some point. And every vehicle we found was wrapped around a tree with another body or two inside it. It was like a slasher movie mixed with a drunk driving PSA. What about leaving on foot? Hiking at night in that area is inadvisable at the best of times. Oh, hey.
It's not an excuse!
Hey, Penny, you should look at the Twitch chat.
Oh, hello! First time chatter, hi.
I recognize the username of this person. I don't know if you actually do.
Oh, I do too.
Okay, cool.
It's a friend.
Yeah. The lake is surrounded on all sides by mountains, and Mark insisted that taking the road on foot would make us sitting ducks in the pumpkin woman. Given all the bodies, no one felt like arguing with him. At first we tried barricading ourselves inside the ranger station, but after we told the football team about the pumpkin woman, they decided that setting up some extra security was a better idea. I like this boat that's just over here now. I don't think this was here when we were at this location before.
I mean, I think that the boat being like that is meant to symbolize that they're barricading the ranger station.
Yeah, I guess that's what they're going for. True. They had some innovative ideas. Unfortunately, the traps proved to be more lethal to them than the pumpkin woman. This guy buried.
Ah, pumpkin woman, she's here.
As soon as she showed up, most of the football players ran right into their own traps trying to escape. Or they fell off the roof and broke their neck while shouting at everyone else to watch out for the traps. Is there a way to hide the dialogue? Let's see, what's the normal button for that? Escape? Definitely not escape. How do I get out of here? Back?
I think it's... Also, I think resume interview does.
Probably fair. No. Menu. resume interview just took me back to here.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
It's load, I think. It was utter chaos until Kinney ran out with a shotgun and blasted the woman right in the pumpkin.
Why is that? Right in the pumpkin sounds like a euphemism for not at all shooting her in the head.
Yeah. I also really like this model. I don't know what's going on with this one, but it's pretty good.
That's the longest rifle I've ever. Is that a fucking like 17th century musket that he's shooting?
It's a fucking blunderbuss.
It's a oh god, what do you call it? Muzzle loading rifle that he's got there.
Yeah.
That's not a shotgun.
She shrugged it off with an echoey, spooky laugh, then grabbed the shotgun and broke it in two with her bare hands. Nice. Hot girl shit.
Why are we rooting for the football team?
I don't know if we are. Vivian has definitely implied that they were up to some shit.
She has,
without her realizing at the time.
Yeah.
We realized that whatever she was, she couldn't be human, so we ran.
Out of my way, gay boy! I'm about to get it. It's just me every time at these football players.
When we stopped to catch our breath, the three of us tried to figure out what to do next. I said we should chance it and take the road back to town. Mark said we needed to find somewhere else to hide until someone came to save us. Then Kinney suggested that we visit the old witch who lived on the lake.
The black-haired football player. The black hair of that football player. Look at the model. They're clearly trying to show some sort of like swoop at the front of his hair, but it just looks like a cup on his head.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the modeling in this game.
It's really good. It's very good.
It's, to be clear, if the creator of the game ever sees this, be clear, I am not dunking on the modeling. I think it adds to the flavor of the game.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious, and that's what you are going for. It's
yes.
Good props to you.
Yes.
I'd never heard of a Witch of the Lake before, but Kinney said he'd heard rumors about her at the party. We put two and two together and realized she must know something about the bulletproof pumpkin woman.
Yeah, pompadour cut. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Alexander Bleak.
Yeah, pompadour. A pompadour. I thought of the word pompadour, but it's like, at least from the back, it looks so over the top. You're correct. Mark was against it at first, but he changed his mind when Kinney and I threatened to leave without him.
Damn.
We took a boat across the lake and trudged through the forest for a bit until we found her cave. The witch wasn't there, but she had left our spell book behind on a table. It was written in Old German, which is my second language thanks to my grandmother. And it was open to a spell for summoning a demon, which explained our pumpkin friend. She's a pumpkin demon? She's a pumpkin demon.
Based, wow, etc.
As I picked up the book, the pages flipped on their own to another spell, one that could kill the pumpkin demon. She used the same phrase I did. I should have questioned it, but I had a way to avenge Joy. That was all I cared about. Kind of gay. God, I was such an idiot. So you took the book to kill the demon? That was the plan, but on the way out, we ran into the witch. Well, technically, Kinney ran into the point of her magic knife.
Her magic knife?
He melted into a puddle of goo right in front of our eyes. Even with all the carnage I'd seen that night, it was stomach-churning. The sound, the smell, it was awful. She had another magical artifact? No, the knife was just another spell from the book. I see. Please continue. The witch told us that if we gave back the book, she would destroy the demon. Mark seemed willing until I said she was lying and that she was the one who had brought it here in the first place. Penny, you're seeing that too, right?
Am I saying what?
You're seeing that too?
Yes.
Okay. The witch tried to attack me and take the book, but Mark tripped her and threw her into her own cauldron. It just looks like a triangle sticking out of the cauldron.
A trapezoid.
True, trapezoid. We got out of there while she boiled to death. A very grim, quote-unquote grim, with a capital G. Interesting.
Oh.
Only one M, though, to be fair. A very grim fate for a witch. Well, we didn't have any breadcrumbs to follow, but I needed to find somewhere with clear access to the sky to cast the spell, so we went back to the lake. We were about halfway there when we heard heavy footsteps following from behind us. I noticed that this is the same set with the trees as earlier, but there are no more bodies.
Yeah, it makes sense. Interviewer only has so many models.
Fair. What did you do? The only appropriate thing to do when you're being stalked by a demon. Fuck it.
Yes! You took the words right out of my mouth.
We ran like hell. Coward.
Real. Oh, we're getting the slow cinematic zoom in.
Oh, shit.
Oh! Oh! We're
shit.
into the art.
The art is interesting. It's definitely higher quality than the modeling. Like, in terms of, higher fidelity than the modeling.
Yeah.
it's interesting. The way his mouth is something.
Vivian's haircut reminds me of someone. I'm trying to. It reminds me of Irina Spalko from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That is what her haircut looks like to me.
Penny.
Yes, Ruth? Also you!
What'd you say?
I said also you.
Okay.
While dissolving into laughter.
Mark, wait.
What?
Are you kidding? That thing's right behind us. It's got garden.
I appreciate that they had the background moving behind these two.
Yeah.
Just to show that they really are running.
It's something. This it does not look like it was the easiest thing to animate.
That's the 3D forest in the background.
Yeah.
Actually, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Vivian present day. Mark was the star quarterback, so I had some difficulty keeping up with him as he ran like a scared rabbit through the dim forest.
Damn.
Jackie Taylor.
He was a real scrambling quarterback. Must have been in the mold of Lamar Jackson.
Oh god, the idea that kids today are growing up knowing Lamar Jackson as the mobile quarterback that they're trying to emulate is so strange to me. Oh man.
Who was your mold for the mobile quarterback?
Oh fuck, what's his name? The Falcons guy. Michael Vick.
Michael Vick?
Michael Vick.
Yes.
He is the eternal image of the mobile quarterback in my mind.
I could hear the steady rhythmic crunching of the underbrush under the demon's boots behind us. Vivian, you're not doing a great job sounding like you weren't turned on by that.
I mean, she's a final girl. The pumpkin demon, the quote-unquote pumpkin demon, is a slasher villain. There's an inherently sexual relationship there, you know.
Fair.
Its steps were even unhurried, but they were coming closer and closer with every thudding step, like it could walk faster than I could run. I like that it's interesting that she's now calling the villain it rather than she. I forced myself to
Please?
push through the pain in my chest and sprint after Mark, but the footsteps just kept coming closer.
But the pain in her chest could be a crush, you know? Have you considered that, Vivian?
Minnie, I love you. Have I ever told you that I love you?
Yes, you have, and I'm always happy to hear it again.
Aw. Damn it, I'm the one with the book, you stupid... Oh, she's tripped.
Ooh!
as is destined to happen
Yes.
in a
Unless-
chase scene.
But you know, she also could have been sucked into the underworld by the book.
Possible. Oof. No, she
Yeah,
definitely
she's
tripped. My foot snagged on a tree root, and the spellbook went flying out of my arms as I landed hard on the forest floor. Hard? Hard, you say? I had the wind knocked out of me, but I pushed myself up and spat out some dead leaves as I looked around for the book. It had landed in the shadows, but I knew exactly where it was. It was like it was calling to me. Can you describe the book?
Oh!
It was grotesque. The book was bound in pale white skin, oh no. And its spine was a real human spinal column, complete with ribs that sank into the cover of the book. Whenever I touched it, the book seemed to this typo spotted, typo in the group chat. Whenever it touched the book, Whenever I touched it, the book seemed to shift and pulsed slightly under my fingers, almost like it was alive.
It's either a typo or it's a really obscure baseball Easter egg, because there's a term in baseball analytics known as seam shifted wake.
True.
So, you know,
true.
seam to shift, seam shifted wake.
I don't think that's what many. I love that that's when your mind went. I don't think that's what they were doing, but.
Fair. But it's a thing in baseball.
Interesting. Please continue. I scrambled over to grab the book and heard something crashing through the forest ahead of me. I looked up and saw Mark running back for me.
Hey!
Hey, come with me if you want to live and all that shit. Let's go.
Why are you saying that now, Mark? She knows you already. That's what you say when the person you're rescuing doesn't know you.
True.
Anyway, come on, Pumpkin Girl, kill this bastard.
Yeah.
Kill him. Murder him.
Murder.
Blood, Mamie.
Blood.
Strangle and mutilate.
I saw his eyes dart over my head before growing wide with terror. I didn't have to look back to know what he had seen. I took his hand before he ran off without me again, and he half dragged me through the forest.
Ooh.
We ran for a bit longer until we hit the docks that we had tied the boat to.
Hey!
Come on, just a little further. I'm... Oh crap. I tried to gasp and I coughed instead. I'm... trying. Not the best gasp of my life. When we reached the far
Ironically,
end of the
in doing that, you probably did sound like someone who'd been running for a mile and was completely out of breath.
You know, fair. When we reached the far end of the dock, Mark stopped dead in his tracks. I nearly ran into him and was about to ask what his problem was when I saw the answer for myself.
What the?
The boat we tied to the dock was floating nearly 30 yards away out in the middle of Lake Shish Kebab. The rope we'd used to tie it to the dock had been hacked apart by a familiar-looking machete that was still embedded inside the post. Take her dick! Take her dick! I felt the bottom drop out of my stomach as I realized why the demon had seemed so casual as it chased after us.
Damn it.
Clever bitch. She's really got the final girl look going on now. The side of the mouth.
Is that a Jurassic Park reference? You know, clever girl?
Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to swim. This book is our only chance at stopping that thing. We can't risk getting it wet. Okay, then you stay here and I'll get the boat. I think the escape plan ship has already sailed.
Oh?
We slowly turned to look behind us. Standing at the edge of the forest was an annoyingly self-satisfied looking pumpkin demon.
Good for her.
Good for her, yeah. She thought she had trapped us, but she was wrong.
I like how they added eyebrows to the pumpkin.
Yeah. As she stepped out of the shadows, I felt the spellbook wriggling under my fingers. The power inside it thrummed through me, practically begging for me to unleash it. It was almost like I could hear a voice whispering in my ear, telling me what to do, telling me to avenge Joy's death. I had my target, my weapon, and the perfect opportunity.
Okay.
Buy me some time. What? I only need a minute. Damn it, will you stop being such a coward and be a man for once in your life?
What?
Oh, she's using toxic masculinity to make him go kill himself.
Yeah. I said you're a coward, but if you want to prove otherwise, then here's your chance. Just stall that thing for a minute and don't let it get onto the dock. Or run around screaming like a chicken and draw it away, but just buy me some time. Screaming like a chicken with its head cut off.
Oh yeah. Can't wait to see how he's about to stab himself with that machete.
Probably. Mark glared at me for a second, then adjusted the color of his Letterman jacket and grabbed the machete stuck in the dock post.
For real though, do you think that if you were to like kill yourself in front of a slasher villain who was about to kill you, do you think that would confuse it? Like, wait, you're not supposed to do that. Like, do you think that would like, do you think that would confuse it more than anything else you could do would be?
Hold on, I'm thinking. How do I phrase this? That might make the killer realize that it's lost all purpose in life without you around to kill.
Oh, you are so very you. For anyone in the audience who does not get the joke, Ruby Neo.
That's very explanatory, yes. I think I'm okay with leaving it unexplained.
Yes. Anyways.
It took him a couple tries, but he managed to pull it free and nearly fell on his ass in the process. Alright, I'll take care of this bitch and show you exactly what kind of man I am. He slicked his hair back and strutted towards the waiting demon.
Slicked back his hair with what? His spit? Also, the C on his jacket is backwards.
Yeah, I have noticed that. It might be so that it shows up right on camera.
Who knows?
He slicked his hair back and strutted towards the waiting demon. I tried to focus on finding the spell the book had shown me back in the cave.
Come on.
Hey!
His model looks so ready for death.
Yeah, look at that wide open space of white between his jacket's open area. That's, you know, just waiting to be stabbed and covered with red.
Yeah. Do you have any idea who you're dealing with here?
Marcus Andrew Martin!
Cravenport?
Marcus?
Marcus with a K, interesting.
Well, I will say that's an actual name.
I mean, yeah, it happens sometimes, but it's definitely not as common as Marcus with a C.
Mookie Betts' first name is actually Marcus with a K.
I didn't know that. That's... Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Marcus Lynn Betts.
The town they're in is named Cravenport. I love that. That's very good. Cravenport. I wonder if that's intentionally about West Craven now that I think about it. I was just thinking about, like, that's such a name for a slasher town.
And what is Wes Craven?
Wes Craven is the director of,
Oh,
is the creator of the
Wes.
Nightmare on Elm Street franchise and also Scream.
Wes Craven, yes. I'm sorry. Are they saying West Craven as in the direction? like West Craven and East Craven, or like, I thought West Craven was the name of some town in a slasher movie or something.
You just best remember that because I'm the one who's about to send you back to the pumpkin patch. Dude, that one-liner sucks. That's no good.
I feel like that would also count as a microaggression against
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah, you know what? True. Fair enough.
Maybe they didn't come for a pumpkin patch. Maybe they're grown in a greenhouse. Anyways.
Pieces. Small ones. I like the bold text. That hasn't been used before, I don't think. It's the first instance. and italics. I think there have been italics a couple times, but...
Mhm.
I did my best to ignore Mark's attempt at trash-talking the 6-foot-tall, 300-pound killing machine and focus on flipping through the book while not getting any paper cuts.
I love the side eye the model is giving here. That's excellent. Perfect face.
Yeah, the tiny little frown is good too.
Exactly the kind of face I'd imagine her making.
Yeah.
I also like how she's clearly knows enough about this girl to know to hide in the weight.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, yeah, I could tell you, so I know her height, I knew her weight. I could tell you her cup size too, you know, if you really need to know. her specific-
I'm pretty sure she's a C cup.
Her eye color too.
You can't even see her eyes.
You
Unless her
can!
eyes are the pumpkin. I guess her
They're
head is
orange.
the pumpkin. Yeah, they're orange, aren't they? I didn't want to find out what might happen if I spilled blood on that thing, or what diseases I might contract.
Come
Come on,
on.
I know it's in here somewhere.
Aha!
There it was. Tote den Border. I don't know German. I'm not
I never
100% sure the writer of this game knows German either, but I don't know. Which translates to kill the killer, correct? What sort of spell was it exactly? It was supposed to be a kind of divine judgment. If you cast the spell on someone who had killed a human being, then the wrath of the heavens would smite the wicked from the earth.
Mm.
I see. A magical trial and execution rolled into one.
Huh, what? What?
I don't want to read his lines anymore.
Fair.
I tried to keep my focus on the spell as I began the incantation, but it was difficult.
Why is he crossing his arms?
What?
Why is he crossing his arms?
While holding a machete, yeah, that is a bad idea.
What?
You think you got what it takes to take me?
And now he's holding a machete all limp-wristed.
Yeah. Mark was making it impossible for me to concentrate. Kill him. You should kill him. I have a really hard time focusing on anything when there are people talking around me, and he was screaming so loudly I could have heard him across the lake. He was at least buying me time, though. The demon was still watching him and hadn't moved from her spot at the edge of the woods. Although I wouldn't
Now
say
the
she looked
jack-o'-lanterns
exactly
making facial
intimidated.
expressions.
Ooh, her neck. We haven't seen her neck up close. That's an interesting modeling decision.
Clean's a vampire would say.
You know, I guess.
Huh, what?
Okay. These names are definitely horror references, including Craven Fort. It must be.
Yes.
The Del Toro Bulls. The Rob Town Zombies. Why do you need the town? Why not just make it the Rob Zombies? The town's named Rob.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He's talking about football teams. Besides, you say the Rob Zombies. You don't know that's a town.
True, I suppose. I mean, with the
Also-
context of the other ones, I think you could gather it.
Also, by the way, was his name actually Rob Zombie? Like,
Yeah.
is that an incredible case of nominative determinism? Or did he change
I don't
his
know
name?
if that's a pin name. Hold on, I can find out. I'm pretty sure this will still work if I open Firefox.
I can do it for you.
Yeah, you look it up. I don't really know. Open
Okay.
Firefox, then it's probably gonna be better if I keep playing and you look it up.
Okay, no, he is not. His given name was not Rob Zombie.
Okay.
His given name was Robert Bartlett Cummings.
Robert Bartlett Cummings.
Bratleh Cummings.
Bartlett? Bartlett. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna crush
No
you
zombie.
into pumpkin pie, you little freak. What? 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 I tried to block him out and focus on the spell, but he had started saying we instead of I, and it was really throwing me off. I
Damn,
was about
Mark
to
plural?
I was just I was just about to yell at him to shut up when they're the Cravenport slashers. This fucking game it's almost too over the top. But I'm really curious to see what happens at the end of this round. This game has 71 achievements, and I have gotten 1, and there hasn't been a decision point yet.
Excellent.
We're gonna slash you from here to Irk. The sounds of Mark's sudden sputtering choke forced me to look up from the book. He had his back to me, but I could see him tottering back and forth while he clutched at his throat. It looks like he really did accidentally kill himself.
Where's the machete? Okay,
It's
you
on the
dropped
ground.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I don't know
I've-
how to hide the text.
That's
wait,
alright.
Menu settings. No.
Oh well.
Huh. I hate that these VN Maker VNs don't have an option to skip text you've seen before. They let you skip unseen text or after choices or whatever transitions means, but they don't let you skip text you've seen before, which in a game with branching paths is pretty annoying.
Oh right, you're talking about replaying. I was
Yeah.
like, how on earth would you have seen something before? I was
Yeah.
thinking just playing the game for the first time, but yeah. Fair. Anyways.
He dropped the machete and took a few staggering steps before turning around so I could see him. His throat had been cut, but he looked surprised, almost confused. I take it the demon had finally gotten tired of his boasting? She's just confused. No, she still hadn't moved from her spot. If anything, she looked even more surprised and confused than Mark was.
Did Mark slit his own throat
I think
while
so.
trying to make a threat? Oh.
I don't understand. What happened? I couldn't figure it out either until... the face.
Oh, we got a facepalm. I'm liking Jill-O-Lantern already.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She closed her eyes and slapped a hand to her face. I'm afraid I still don't understand. What killed him? In a word, hype. The Cravenport Slashers team slogan is slash you from here to ear. How such a violent and oddly phrased slogan revived past the 90s is a mystery. But the phrase is always accompanied by jerking your thumb across your neck in a quick slashing motion. You don't mean... It seemed Mark had hyped himself up a bit too much and forgot about the very real and very sharp machete he was holding. I mean, you called it a while before that he was gonna somehow kill himself with the machete.
Yeah. I was just like, there's no way that all that bravado isn't gonna go into the completely wrong thing.
Yeah. Death by team spirit. That's a new one.
I mean, that's just how football is. You team spirit yourself into getting brain damage that kills you, so...
True. Mark looked at me and reached a hand out as if asking for help.
I mean, the thing is, the model just looks like he's doing a sick dance move.
Yeah. With a collar of some description. I have no idea what the idiot expected me to do. He just slashed his own throat. I couldn't exactly put a band-aid on it. He managed to take
Ah.
one shaky step toward me before falling to his knees and slumping over onto his side, still twitching and gurgling. I stared down
Good.
at him for nearly a full minute as my brain tried to process what had happened. So many people had died that night, and I was honestly a bit numb to it by then, but seeing someone die in such a stupid way was... I couldn't look away. I just stared at him, shaking my head. You know,
Oh.
fair enough. Me too, girl.
I just look.
Her too.
Look. They're alone. The two girls are alone now. Now the kissing can commence.
I don't know if it'll be that immediate. What about your demon? She was doing the same thing, just watching and shaking her head. When he finally stopped moving, we just kind of looked at each other awkwardly for a second. The ellipses. Then she started
It's a
stomping her way up the dock towards me.
Meet cute.
I turned my attention back to the spell and started reciting again. The thudding footsteps on the dock were significantly less distracting for me than Mark had been, so I was finally able to concentrate.
Sorry, just the fact that Mark was being so distracting.
Yeah. This time, I could feel the power building in the words. Can you
Me every
describe
time I say I love you.
Aww. Can you describe what it was like casting a spell for the first time?
Ich beschwöre die Macht aus dem Jenseits.
It was like there was an electrical current going through my body.
Robot
No.
Girl Vivian real?
More like puppet strings threading themselves through my bones.
Penny Palandina Robot Girl Vivian real?
My German was a little rusty, but I remember there was a weird tingling sensation on my lips as I spoke. Like something
Okay,
else
girl,
was
that's
shaping
just
them
an
into the
allergic
correct
reaction.
syllables for me.
Tote Murder.
The tingling grew stronger the further I read, and as it did, the words started to form more easily on my lips until I didn't even have to think about it. It was like I'd been saying the words all my life, or something else had.
Macht des Jenseits nicht mehr sagen.
As I read on, a powerful wind kicked up around me. It swept past me, but the demon was buffeted like she was sliding a hurricane, and it slowed her to a stop. Clouds started to appear out of nowhere above me, blocking out the light of the moon and stars. It was almost pitch black except for the jack-o'-lantern face of the demon and the pages of the spellbook.
Oh. Look at her face. Oh, she's
Yeah.
having a great...
Yeah. I don't know if the pages were glowing or if I could see in the dark somehow, but the book wouldn't let me stop reading.
She's the only bitch here having a good time.
I could feel myself losing control. Part of me was scared of what was happening, but another part was... It felt so good, so powerful. God, I feel
Damn,
sick
girl.
just thinking about it. Go on.
They murdered.
As I reached the end of the incantation, I paused at the last word to look up at the demon. She was only a few feet away, but struggling against the winds to keep her footing. I'd been so terrified of her before, but seeing her like that, so helpless against my power.
Yo, that's gay!
It's kind of gay. It was... Miss Finala? I'm sorry, I thought I was okay, but... It's alright, just take a minute. If I may ask a question, you said If I may ask a question, you said you felt like you were on puppet strings and something was guiding your lips. Did it feel like you had lost control, or did you just give in and not fight it? I don't know if I could tell the difference. I'm not a very strong person. Not in any way. Every final girl would say that about herself. At least until the second or third movie. It's so much easier and safer to just do as I'm told and let other people take care of things for me. When I saw Joy's body that night, I realized I didn't have anyone left I could trust. I felt adrift, alone.
Gay.
But then I heard that whisper in my head. It didn't sound like anyone in particular, but it felt familiar, safe. It was like I had finally found out exactly what I had been looking for all my life. Someone else to just tell me what to do, and... Miss Finalo?
Yay!
Vivian! What? Lost you for a second there. Are you okay?
Ooh, she's still possessed.
Sorry, I'm okay. I just realized something. Which is? I'm really not the same person I was back then. It's only been a day or two, but everything's changed, and I can never go back to being that person, can I? You can never go home.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Finala. Vivian, I need you to know that I need you to know that none of what happened was your fault. Thanks for saying that, but I think you'll see that some of it definitely was my fault. Cat face! The cat face!
Excellent.
Though, I can't take all the blame. She caused a lot of problems, too. Your demon, you mean? Yeah, my demon.
Her demon.
Her demon. Let's
That
continue.
is her demon.
Right. Where was I? Oh, yeah. She looked more annoyed than anything about the winds, but I remember staring into her glowing eyes as I brought my hand down and screamed the last word of the spell.
Schlagen!
The next instant, there was an explosion of sound and a flash of brilliant white light. I was blinded, but I could feel the raw power of the spell moving in slow motion. The bolts of lightning I had summoned fell straight down on top of her. And missed. Missed?
Yeah!
Yep. It took a hard right turn at the last millisecond and zapped Mark instead because he was the
Yeah!
slasher villain the whole time and she was not. The spell killed a dead man? Dying man. I'm pretty sure he still had a little life left in him when the spell struck.
How Jack-o'-lantern Girl is staring down into dead.
Yeah. Or maybe it was just the lightning making his body do a little post-mortem jump. But why did the spell pick a dying football star over a demon that had killed more than a dozen innocent people that night? It would be a while until I figured that out. All I could do at the moment was watch in stunned silence as the overpowering smell of ozone and burnt rubber from Mark's melting sneaker spelled my nose. After a minute, I looked up from the smoldering pile of former football star to the inhuman killing machine standing less than 10 feet away from me. I thought it was all over until...
Nice shot, Womotel.
Oh, she's voiced?
She's what?
She's voiced.
She's what?
Voiced.
Oh! Oh, I can't. I'm not. I have your stream volume turned down. That's why I couldn't hear it. Okay. Anyway, also her outfit. She's got the gloves on, and it was like ripped cuff.
They're like gardening gloves.
Yeah. Just damn girl.
Oh, she's a scarecrow. That's why that was straw around her neck. I didn't realize that.
Oh.
What the?
And that's when things started getting complicated.
Gay? Complicated?
Prologue gallery unlocked! That was just a prologue, baby!
Yes. Ooh. Jill O'Lantern.
This is gonna be a good game.
Yes.
Honestly, this would be a pretty good game if it had just ended there. I would be satisfied. But Sam Slade as Jack-Headed Jill and Joy Rancher. Interesting. Candy Corn? There's someone named Candy Corn. Ominous Pigeon Master and K Wolf. Whoa, there's lyrics in this news arc.
Thank you, fungi.
Chapter 1, Pumpkin Problems. That was the first time she had spoken to you? It was the first time she had spoken at all. That pumpkin-headed smartass had been stalking me all night, popping up and scaring the living hell out of me without so much as a peep. And the first words out of her mouth were a lame joke about my aim. Wait, huh? Did I miss the joke? Oh, nice shot, Wilma Tell. I don't know what that means.
William Tell, you know, the guy who shot an apple off a kid's head with an arrow?
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Wilma Tell. It's clearly William Tell after going on E.
Alright, I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
Okay.
I will be back.
Cool. Do I need to keep the audience entertained while you're gone?
If you'd like to. If you need a bathroom break or anything like that, I would say go ahead and do it. But, you know, we'll be back.
I'm good.
Okay.
All right. I love you. Have I ever told you all how much I love my girlfriend? Like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good story to tell her. A good story to tell about her. Of all the times we draw a blank when talking to a live audience, I don't know. I mean, it could be a live audience of 0, it could be a live audience of 1, or it could be infinite. But anyway, I just want you all to know that I love her a whole lot, from top to bottom, from my heart, from my soul, from my battery and soul. Because I'm a robot girl, you know? Not too. And I did buy this game for her as a gift, by the way, which is why I'm here watching her play it. Because I was curious about it. And I'll play it after her because we have a Steam family sharing account thing going. That's how you know we're serious. We have the Steam family sharing going on between our accounts. Although I will say she's contributing significantly more games to the sharing than I am. She's got like 400 something. I have like 60? I don't know. Either way. Basically, whenever I play one of her games that she owns, it's like we're kissing across the country. Every time Ruth says good girl, I do play a fun little guessing game called Is she talking to her dog? Is she talking about me? Hi!
Hello! What's going on? What's up?
I talked about how gay I was for you.
Aw.
I tried to think of a funny story to tell about you, but unfortunately my brain just went to absolute zero. No activity.
I love you.
I love you too.
Alright, you want to get back to the gay blood game?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Oh, you can scroll to see old dialogue. That's interesting. Huh.
Oh yeah. I think a lot of VNs do that.
I don't think I've ever noticed it before.
Mm.
I don't normally touch the scroll wheel a lot outside of, like, browser windows and other things that you need to scroll on.
You don't touch the scroll wheel? Girl, that's the robot girl's clit.
I know where it is, in fairness. I have pulled back my scroll wheel's hood.
But you gotta get the practice in it. Yeah, anyways. Well, now you have your homework assignment.
Touch my scroll wheel more?
Yes!
Okay. The first words out of her mouth were a lame joke about my aim. I had no idea how to react, so I just kind of stood there, trying to make sense of anything, and failing.
Human.
Oh, she's not fully voiced. Like, not every line is fully voiced. Do you want to do her lines?
Yes. Hello? Earth to human? You in there?
She stepped forward and waved a gloved hand in front of my face. I snapped out of my daze and jumped back away from her, not realizing that I was past the edge of the dock until my foot stepped down onto empty air. Clearly the witch was just summoning a demon to fuck.
Yeah. Or maybe she summoned Jolo Lantern and Jolo Lantern did not want to fuck her.
That one nearly made me choke, Penny. The scroll wheel comment? Those robot girl clips?
Yeah? Oh yes. Thank you. Yes.
I probably shouldn't say the thing that I was about to say.
Understandable.
Whoa!
Aw, pumpkin sound face.
Just before I fell into the water, she grabbed me by the arm, then carefully pulled me back up onto the dock.
Easy there, human. Easy. You're probably still riding a little high from touching upon forces beyond your comprehension, and whatever.
And whatnot.
Just take a second to catch your breath. In fact, why don't I hold that scary old book for you? It looks awfully heavy.
She held out one hand to take the book while the other stayed gently fastened around my upper arm.
Oh, she is flirting with her.
Yeah, 100%. I jerked away, careful not to fall off the dock again, and she let me go without resistance. And she knows about consent. That's good.
Nice.
Yeesh.
Yeesh. Okay, I'm just trying to be helpful.
She put her hands up in front of her and took a few steps away in a pacifying gesture. What did you do? I just stared at her like a deer in the headlights while my brain started racing with questions. Why is this murder? How do I make it different for the thoughts? Why is this murdering monster suddenly acting so friendly? I don't know if I need to. It's also on screen.
Yeah, just do what you were usually doing.
Doesn't it know that I just tried to kill it? Does it know it's been trying to kill me? Wait, has it been trying to kill me?
Human.
No, she's been trying to fuck you.
I realized I was just staring at her and blurted out the first thing that came to my lips. You can talk! Okay.
I mean, solid first question. Oh, good. I was starting to get worried I wasn't actually vocalizing my thoughts.
Huh?
I don't know how you humans do it all the time. I mean, constantly creating sonic vibrations just to communicate? Plus facial expressions and body language?
Yeesh.
I mean, it's fun and all, but yeesh! Talk about overcomplicated.
But if you can talk, then why didn't you say something before? Wait, no, why are you killing everyone? Why didn't the lightning hit you? Why aren't you killing me? What's going on?
Huh.
Comment from Alexander Bleak, this pumpkin is autistic. Huh. Well, To answer your questions in reverse order.
All right, let's determine what order the questions were in. What's going on? Why aren't you killing everyone? Killing me? Why didn't the lightning hit you? Why are you killing everyone? Okay.
Huh.
You tell me. I don't want to anymore. I have no idea. It's kind of my job.
Interesting. Interesting. So she did kill at least some of these people. She just doesn't want to kill her anymore. Because lesbianism. On account of lesbianism.
Yeah.
Well,
And as to why I never said anything before, well... It's because nobody ever tried to talk to me before now.
Aw.
Oh, that gets me. I'm weak for that kind of trope.
Aw.
And not in like the human, not in the way when two humans do it to each other, but when the non-human is talked to, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's always just screamed and ran away from me. They all just treated me like some kind of horrible monster.
What?
Just kidding. I totally am a horrible monster.
Nice. Good for her. I suppose
Yes,
in Bronx.
excellent. I do. Too. But seriously, there's not really much sense in exchanging small talk with someone when you're about to rip their tongue out, is there? Not that I've ever actually gotten to do that, but still.
Wait, hang on.
You know what? You're right. I have been kind of rude. We should at least introduce ourselves.
I'm Jack-Headed Jill.
I'm Jack-Headed Jill, prima donna of pain in the pumpkin patch, and muscular mistress of the machete. I love that description so much.
That's amazing.
Also, the contract demon summoned by the, thanks to you and your well-done boyfriend over there, late Witch of the Lake. So the witch did summon her.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, my contract is technically complete now, so I'll go ahead and take my payment if you don't mind.
Huh?
Huh? What payment?
The spell book, of course.
What?
The what?
That magical grimoire bound in living skin and a severed spinal column that you are currently holding. That is legally mine. Also, you might want to wash your hands. I think it's drooling on you.
What?
What?
Yeesh.
Yeesh. Okay, we'll try smaller words. Book mine, not yours. Give me book. Understand?
The spell book? That's what this is all about? Dozens of people are dead, including my best friend. Also, you could get your mitts on this disgusting old book?
Exactly! See, I knew you'd get it eventually. Now, be a good little human and give it here.
Good little human? I've lost everything tonight, and now this thing expects me to roll over and do whatever it says like some kind of inbred spaniel? Fuck that! If this thing wants the book so badly, then it can pry it from my cold, dead hands. Damn. Girl. Actually, why isn't it prying it from my cold, dead hands?
Well,
I love the abrupt change in facial expression.
Yeah?
Well?
well,
Well,
And what if I don't?
what?
Don't what?
What if I don't give you the spell book? What happens then? I didn't know you were gonna do that line, but... Whoa, is that smoke starting to come out of its head?
Look, here's the deal, human. Either give me the spell book or I'll be forced to take it by, force.
Sounds, Sure.
Aggressive force. Now, are we going to do this the easy way, or are we going to find out how long a human can live while it's being dissected alive?
Okay,
Give it to her! Give it to her!
Save. Empty slot, because I'm gonna want to be able to come back here.
Give it to her!
Fine, just take it.
Thank you.
Quick ending for the game, huh?
Bye.
What? She actually left? She just disappeared. I kept expecting her to come back and kill me, but she didn't. You gave her the book even though you thought she would kill you? I don't really have any reason to live now that Troy's gone. Damn, girl.
Oh, baby girl, you're gay.
That's
And
gay as
breathing.
fuck. The interviewer is thinking the same thing. Anyway, after a while I looked for survivors. There weren't any, so I made my way back to town. Once I had a cell signal, I called the police, and here we are. I see. So I take it you're gonna charge me with murder then, or put me away for insanity? We'll need to conduct a more thorough investigation, but I don't think so. You were only an accessory to the witch's death, and that was self-defense. Mark wasn't your
Unrealistic.
Mark wasn't your target, and again, you were only acting in self-defense and couldn't be expected to control magic that volatile. You mean you actually believe me? Well, don't-
Unrealistic. The cops aren't trying to pin everything on this random girl they found.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've dealt with much stranger cases than this, Vivian. But yes, I believe you. I believe you. I'm sorry that it had to end this way. I wish there was something more I could do. Sure. I mean it. Whatever. Am I free to go then? We'll want to keep you under observation for a while. There should be someone outside who will take you somewhere you can rest. Fine. Vivian leaves. Damn it, Jillian. Why can't you understand? Oh, interesting. Bad end. What could have been? Try again from last choice. Return to menu. Into the story,
Oh,
are they?
no. Oh, bad end, not a bad end. I feel so bad when I get the bad end. It's
Aw,
like,
it's
oh,
okay.
I got the bad grade in the visual novel.
It's okay,
I got the
baby
bad-
girl. Well, I'm gonna get every ending in this game, probably, so it's fine.
Yeah, fair. Anyway, so I guess we don't give the demon the book. Clutch it to your chest and force her to rip it away from your bodice, from your heaving chest.
I love you.
I love you too.
No. Oh,
Oh, come on!
Aha!
you can't take it from me, can you? I have to give it to you.
Oh, her face. She's so delighted. Look at her.
It's some kind of magic thing, right? Right?
Thrice, damn it.
Thrice damn it.
You can't do anything to whoever's holding this book.
Clever. But the same rules don't apply to any of your friends and loved ones.
Damn. Aren't you forgetting something?
Huh?
All of my friends are dead!
Oh, what?
You killed them, remember?
No, I didn't. I mean, there's gotta be someone left that you care about, right?
Not on this side of the country. And even then I have a complicated relationship with my family, so they kicked me out after
Oh,
I came out as gay, you know, and trans.
She's gay.
Yeah, she's gay.
Oh, come on. I can't go hitchhiking across the continent to look for someone you have complicated feelings about. Tight schedule here.
Good to know. Just face it already. You've lost.
Human.
Human, I assure you, there is no scenario in this reality or any bordering reality where you do not. Give me that book.
Her eyes changing color over a lot. Are changing color a lot. They went from orange to red for a while, but now they're blue, which is interesting.
Hypnotic?
I backed away
Oh,
quickly
no.
as she stared down at me, and the fire in her head turned a cool, icy blue. I tried to look away, but the flames were suddenly hypnotic.
Hot. That's it. Just relax.
I felt myself being pulled towards those flames, almost like I was falling into them. Kinda gay girl. Her eyes seemed to grow larger and larger until they were big enough for me to go through.
More?
Big enough for me to dive into that beautiful world of cool fire and feel the flames cleanse me as they washed away all of my worries and cares.
Gay!
Vivian? I'm okay. It's just, it was different from the whispering before. It wasn't intrusive, just calming. It was nice, actually, now that I think about it. Kind of hot.
The whispering she's referring to is a whispering from the book.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now, repeat after me. I state your name.
I state your name.
Huh?
Wait, huh? But chuckling at my own lame joke was enough to snap me out of the trance.
Thrice damn me! This is why I never use glamours. Stupid, fragile,
You tried to mind control me!
Human.
hot. It's called suggestion, human. And don't get too full of yourself for breaking it. Glamours have always been my weakest subject.
Subject?
Enough!
I've
spent the last 6 hours hunting down your idiot friends as part of a deal to get that cursed thing away from the witch. Then you go and throw her into her own fireplace! I earned that book!
Not my problem.
Fine. Oh my god, she's doing the gay finger touch thing!
Gay sex? Gay sex with me, girl?
Fine. You know what? I get the hesitation. I haven't made the best first impression, so that's understandable. But I promise I won't kill you, curse you, hurt you, or do anything else but just leave once you give me the book, okay? Fine.
We're gonna go with fine first.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna give the same ending, to be honest, but fine, just take it.
Thank you!
I
Bye!
like that she just says bye. What?
Huh?
She actually left? Yeah, this is the same ending. Let's click through it and see if there's anything that I haven't seen before.
Yeah. There might be a little bit of an interview. No?
Forget it. Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna fall for that.
Oh, come on, I'm serious here!
She is serious. We knows that she's not lying. Maybe there's something in this book I can use to send you back where you came from.
I like how she turns away.
Yeah.
You know, I'm reading here. Oh yeah, let's play around with the soul-sucking evil book some more. Great idea, human.
Hey.
Look, we both know you can't control that thing. You're playing with hellfire every time you use it. You know what? Fine. Knock yourself out. Literally. Try another lightning bolt. Summon a tornado. Turn your own head inside out. Have fun! I'll just get the book from your corpse when this backfires on you. Which it will, by the way! Just so you know! You are making this way harder on yourself than it needs to be!
I did my best to ignore her and kept searching through the book, looking for anything that might help me. Or at least something I could use to annoy Jill some more. Good to have practical goals.
Come on.
Come on, come on. What kind of spells were in the book? Apart from Tota Den Murder, Mordor, I remember there was a spell for creating a storm, a spell for making crops wither or grow.
Find the hidden eyes in Act 1, Chapter 1.
Huh. Interesting.
Is that an achievement?
It was, yeah.
Where? What?
It was, yeah.
Where were the eyes?
At the, right here, at the bottom of this page of the book.
Oh. Are they gone?
Yeah, they're gone after I clicked them, I guess.
Oh, okay. You clicked on them, nice. I didn't even see them, that's how fast you clicked on them.
Aw.
You're such a good gamer, GF.
apart from Tota Din Murder, I remember there was a spell for creating a storm, a spell for making crops wither or grow, an oddly specific one for making bullfrogs sing a cappella. You know, just a lot of general witch stuff. Was there anything particularly unusual that stood out to you? Well, as I flipped past a set of instructions for brewing a potion that can make someone shit literal bricks, I found the spell
I
for
was
summoning a
wondering
demon
about
and binding
that
it to the physical
infographic.
world, the same one the witch had used to summon Jill. Sorry, what?
I was wondering about that image on the previous.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, this one.
This spellbook was clearly inspired by 2011 memes. Do you know that's actually like one of the first memes I ever like discovered on the internet was the "when you see it, you'll shit bricks" kind of meme.
I think
Or just,
same,
like,
yeah.
scary-
It was an early one for
Just-
me too, for sure.
Just like a scary face on the internet. Oh, hello, my cat's here.
Oh,
Hi, Toby.
Toby.
Toby, do you want to say something to Ruth? Do you want to say something to Jill O'Lantern? I mean,
Toby.
jack-headed Jill.
Toby.
Toby, you want to say something? Please? You're
Oh,
just
baby.
looking at me while flopping over into your stomach. If you're gonna look at me with those big wide eyes, don't you want to give me a little meow meow? Meow meow?
Meow, 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 meow.
He is being silent.
Sad.
So we will continue.
I found the spell for summoning a demon and binding it to the physical world, the same one the witch had used to summon Jill. Only, the spell didn't include any way to send her back. Strange. You're sure there were no instructions on how to forcibly banish a summoned demon? None at all. Nothing
What
aside
if
from the demon
interview-
breaking... What?
The interviewer has ulterior motives.
Oh, for sure, for sure. He seems to know Jillian, which is interesting.
Yes.
Nothing aside from the demon breaking the contract, though if the summoner broke the contract, the demon would get free reign in the human world. Very strange. Not as strange as what was on the next page. Right after the demon summoning ritual was a nearly identical spell, but this one was a ritual for turning a human or an animal into a familiar. There were no
Indeed.
details on what that meant exactly, but the two spells were almost mirrors of each other, practically identical save for a few subtle changes here and there. Interesting. Yes, but the spell specifically stated it didn't work on demons, so it didn't do me any good. There was only one page left in the book after that, and I remember swallowing and praying for it to be something useful. This had better not be a spell for turning me into a frog.
You know, do you think maybe the witch was trying to summon a familiar and accidentally summon the demon instead, or something like that?
Seems very
Like,
possible.
because it seems like they were very, like, the similarity between those two is something to be noted.
Yeah, indeed. You have a line? by the way?
Jacket! It'd be an improvement for you! Imagine just yelling that from across the dock.
Yeah. My heart skipped a beat when I read the word at the top of the page. Zeitgeist, the German word for time travel. Ah, there we are. I was pretty sure that this game had time travel. Here we go.
Ho ho!
As I read through the spell, I felt hope building in my chest and the book starting to come alive in my hands again. The whispers in my head came back, even louder this time.
Human.
Human?
Hey.
Human, what did you find?
I started
I
reading
said that
the
the exact
spell.
same way.
What?
I said that the exact same way and asked Toby what he's chewing on.
I started reading the spell as she walked up to me.
Wait.
What are you? No! Stop! Human, do not cast that spell!
Ich beschwöre Raum und Zeit.
Jill continued to scream at me, but the voices wouldn't let me be distracted this time. Every bit of my attention was focused on the spell. I'd never felt so focused in my life. I'd felt a slight chill before, but this time it was like the book was draining the heat out of my body through those invisible puppet strings. I'm gonna connect a controller so that I don't have to click the mouse in this angle.
Okay.
After I lean back in my chair.
Bringe mich in die
I felt my limbs start to go numb as a piercing, needle-like cold bit deep into me and the wind started ripping around us again.
Human, stop!
I could hear a voice reciting the spell, but it barely sounded like me at all. I couldn't feel my lips moving. It was like the words of the spell were echoing in my head and then spilling out of my mouth.
It isn't worth it, you
Young and height.
The rest of Jill's words were drowned out by the howling winds of the small tornado that spun up around me as I finished the last word of the incantation. Everything around me became a blur. The sound of the wind was deafening. Then I felt the storm close in around me and lift me into the air. The winds painfully pressed in on me from every direction, making my ears ache and my breath catch in my chest.
I love how we got spinny eyes on Jillian.
Oh, I didn't notice them. Oh, yeah. I squeezed my eyes shut and tried to cover my ears with my hands, but this time I really couldn't move. Those strings were holding my body completely taut, draining the warmth out of me and lifting me up into the eye of the storm.
Are you going?
Yeah. I was just experimenting with buttons, seeing what they did. I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, I couldn't even breathe. All I could feel was the wind pressing in on me and the cold slicing through my clothes and cutting out what felt like little bits of my soul. My head started to spin. I couldn't tell which way was up or down or how high off the ground I was. Then...
Ooh, cool effect.
Alright, everybody listen up. We've got a couple of
Ah,
events
it's
planned for
Mark,
tonight's
not this
party
fucker
that
again.
know you
I was
all
hoping he
wanna
was
get in
dead.
on.
He was dead. But time travel.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping he'd stay dead.
It worked?
Ugh.
Evo! She's more goth,
Oh.
to be honest. She's a lot more goth than Evo.
Okay. I need to stop getting those mixed up.
They can be hard to tell apart, but I'm pretty certain they're going for goth here.
Mhm.
What worked?
Joy.
Joy? Oh my god, you're alive!
Is she gonna
Hey.
kiss her on the lips?
Vi.
Okay, now she's just hugging her.
What's gotten into you? Get off of me.
Okay. You know, I can accept Mark being alive if it means that Joy is also alive again.
Ah, and we get to see Blake Belladonna again.
Yeah, it's chilling in the background.
I'd done it. The spell had worked, and I'd been sent back in time 6 hours to when I had arrived at the party. And let's see. There are those Vivian plus Joy, 2, 3,
11.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 counting Vivian, yeah.
Mhm.
Joy was alive, Mark was alive, everybody was okay. I'd gotten a second chance to save them. So, a second chance to kill the demon? No. Jill
No?
turned out to be the least of my problems.
Ooh. Fun. Alexander Bleak says I like Joy's look.
Yeah, I do think that I'm gonna say that we should call it there for now. Partly because it's 2:30 and you have to go to work soonish, and partly because I am very hungry.
Understandable. This is fun.
But thank
Thank
you,
you,
Alexander Bleak, for joining us.
Did anyone else join us?
It
Like in
doesn't seem
stream
like
view?
it. Not currently. There are 2 viewers and one of them is me.
Oh, right.
None during the
Okay.
chat. So, thank you.
Thank you very
for
much.
coming. It was nice to see you. And Penny, I love you. I will.
I love you too.
She put another heart. Cool.
Yeah. All right.
See
And
you
then she
next
said
time.
au revoir.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Have fun eating.
Thank you.